Okay, you know what? I really don't want to like review this movie seriously. Because here's the thing. I told like Jesse about this this film a long time ago. It was my most hated film at that time. I felt like it was just like a waste of time.
I've never seen you that mad, man.
No,
I mean,
it seriously pissed me off, and I even told him
yeah.
and I even told him don't watch this movie. What does he do? He watches it.
He recommended it on me on you know on Netflix the most popular movies. It was right there, and I don't know what to watch. So let's see why Eric hates it so much. You know, and you know, it's not bad, man. It's not. It's not a good movie. But it's okay, man.
No.
Okay.
No. I'm calling you out on that one. You are a liar. You are a cheat.
It's a dumb movie, but it wants to be a dumb movie. You know what I mean? Like that's the type of humor they do. You know, like it's. I laughed at a couple of them. You know what I mean? Like I don't know, man. Like,
you know what? I'll be right back. All right. I'm gonna all right. I'm gonna watch this movie again. Maybe because. I watched this movie about 3 years ago, at least back when it was new. Maybe something changed, but I'm not having any hopes about this one. So I'll be right back.
$10 says you like it after.
No, double.
Oh,
double.
All right.
I'm confident about this.
Go
all right.
For it. Yeah. Okay.
You watch.
All right. We'll see.
Okay. You win this round.
Thank you, sir.
All right. So, as you can see, watch the movie, and
it's not bad, man.
Well,
it's not horrible. Then, it's not.
It's not as bad as I first thought it was gonna be. I don't know. I mean, looking back at it again, after watching films because we reviewed a bunch of films here and there Venom, Dark Tower.
Don't remind me, man. Don't remind me.
After watching those films, I think my scope of bad films have broadened. So now looking back,
they lowered the bar for you.
They pretty much. So rewatching it again, I feel that there are a few good moments here and there, about the Ridiculous Six.
And there's bad moments.
There are. Yeah. There's obviously problems,
but they're not unbearable. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's not. It's okay. It's not like the movies that we just mentioned minutes ago.
Yeah. So it was all right, man.
Yeah.
It was all right.
It's okay.
Yeah. It has dumb humor in it.
Yeah.
But that's what it is, isn't it? I mean, look at that's Adam Sandler's thing, it
is.
Look at Waterboy, look at the Zohan, look at...
It's stupid film. I'm sorry. It's stupid humor, and I know that I'm going to sound like a hypocrite, because I did mention that, I have, a fondness for stupid films.
Yeah.
But, initially, this is the one where I feel that they set the bar for stupid humor a little too high. Don't you think?
How so?
Here, I'll give you an example. Spoilers, by the way. I feel that there was this moment in the film where Adam Sandler and his and his group of and his posse are gonna jump on a band of robbers.
Yeah.
And in order to get the money, they'll need to set up a distraction. Taylor Lautner's character being the distraction.
Okay, yeah, I'm glad you brought that up. I disagree with you with one thing. You said they set the bar high. I don't think they set the bar high on that joke. They set it way low. That was a low. That's the one moment in the film where I'm like, what? What?
At that moment, I'm just done with the film. I'm just done.
It was.
I mean, you have to understand that because they had a good punchline because okay, I don't know if we should describe it here because
I feel like we shouldn't. I really feel like we shouldn't, but I mean I don't
okay. just for the sake of the audience, just so you don't feel grossed out. You have to see it, like just to like understand like what we're talking about. It was just, I just couldn't like
It was also unexpected.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like it's expected, but at the same time, unexpected. Like, I don't know. Like, I feel so conflicted.
I feel like they went too far. They
Pretty
went
much.
too far, like, with that one. But, I mean, I've seen a couple Sandler movies, but not all of them, so I don't know if is that a thing that's happened before in other... For people who are obsessed with Adam Sandler, like, did one of those movies do that too, or...
Well...
I mean, I don't know. I was lost at that point. Like,
Well, unfortunately, I was one of those Adam Sandler fans, but that was like prior to like bedtime stories. After that, I stopped following him. But from what I can tell,
it's weird to think that like that's the same creator. You know, bedtime stories is such a family friendly.
Pretty much, yeah.
You have that scene.
That scene, like which.
I
mean, like I don't think I've ever seen like an Adam Sandler film like pull that kind of pull that kind of humor. I mean, like even like 8 Crazy Nights, like it didn't go to that extreme.
Yeah, I remember that.
And the thing is like I actually like enjoyed the film, but not for for the reason like a lot of people like love it for it. I mean. Like the first act, like I felt that like it was pretty, it was actually like pretty good. I mean, outside like except for like the first few minutes or so.
The first few minutes are stupid. That's one of the bad parts of the obviously he wanted to be that archetype, the man of a few words, gunslinger, with the Native American twist, which is fine, but It's you can't exactly do a stoic character and then have him do something ridiculous. Forgive me for that.
Yeah.
So like, no pun intended. You know what I mean? I don't know if what I'm referring to. I'm referring to where he comes out with like, what is it, potatoes or
sack of potatoes. Yeah,
sack of potatoes, and then there's a group of like,
bandits,
thugs, bandits that are threatening his wife, and what does he do? He throws them up. Goes fast, but it's like poorly edited too,
Yeah, I mean, like it just looks like it was sped up.
Intentional, but like, exactly sped up. He runs, punches, runs back, and catches the.
It's less to do with like runs and more like he does a handstand and just runs.
Oh
over
yeah. But again, the fact that it's sped up, so obviously sped up, and I don't know if that was the intention to make it funny, but it took the seriousness out of that character, and I felt like that character should have been serious. You know what I mean? It should have been the only serious character.
Right.
Because, I don't know. I didn't like that. It ruined the character for me.
What's funny is that, like, after that scene, like, I felt that, like, the first act, like, the rest of the first act was pretty good. Yeah, I mean,
exactly.
I actually did like the character dynamic between Adam Sandler's character and his father.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I felt like if there was more effort put into, like, into that relationship, and perhaps, like, perhaps make it be like its own thing, like without like any of the comedy. I guess like it could work like for a pretty good like drama.
Yeah. Like you said, I agree. Most of the first act was pretty good.
Yeah.
The one thing I kind of like, and I don't know if like other people were offended by this. The one thing I'm like, what like is the names. The Indian names or Native American names.
Even that, like the Native woman, that one kind of put me off a little bit.
The never wears bra.
Yep, never wears bra.
And then later they say another. That one was more offensive. It was like beaver breath or something like that. And one of the bandits calls her not never wears bra. The other one, another one.
Yeah, another one.
He calls her that, and then she's like, "How'd you know my name?" Like he insulted her. It was an insult, but it turned out it was actually her real name.
Yeah, that one seems like a little too much.
Yeah, it was a little too like. I mean, I don't know if other people were offended. I feel like they went a little far, but nowhere.
But that's
nowhere near the other scene though.
But for the scene, but for the movie, like it's pretty consistent because they pretty much insulted almost every like single like a race you can think of like in the book.
the Mexican guy.
Yep, played by everyone's favorite, like every face, Rob Schneider.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know.
I mean, where do we even start with it? With him? I mean, he's pretty much known like for putting up for like playing as a lot of well, what's a nice way of putting it? He plays a diverse set of characters in his entire career.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, that's pretty much like the nicest way I'll put it. So, so in this one, he plays a Mexican.
Yeah, and it's really on the nose, isn't it?
Pretty much.
Yeah, like, he wears a poncho, sombrero.
Yeah, I mean, a sombrero. Like, he has like that thick Mexican accent.
Yeah, and he always has the donkey with him.
Pretty much.
You know, first of all, with the attire, did all Mexicans dress like that? I feel like a lot of people like. Back then, you know what I mean? Like, was that the thing, or like? I
feel
know,
like it's like, possible, but I feel that like it might be a little overplayed.
It is, and then the fact that he has a donkey with him, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
he's Mexican.
It's pretty much the image, the spitting image of what a Mexican is. At least, like stereotypically.
Back then.
Back then, yeah.
Too. I still feel like it's a little too like, I don't know. Maybe it's just me. I'm pretty sure not every Mexican had a donkey. That's what I'm saying. I'm pretty sure every Mexican didn't wear like a huge sombrero with a poncho, but I don't know. But I think the one where I was like, a little
iffy.
Little iffy was like the part with where he's saying like the tacos.
Oh.
And he describes not real tacos. He describes
not the soft shell tacos. Hard-shelled tacos.
Let me ask you, Eric.
All right.
Have you ever met another Mexican that preferred hard shell over soft shell?
I could probably only count like whatever's on my hand.
Because every Mexican I've talked to prefers street tacos. Soft, bendy. That's a good.
There you go.
Yeah. Foldable.
So what Rob Schneider's character described goes against whatever
the stereotype. Not the stereotype, the fact, what the actual opinion. Because like I said, no.
I don't know, man.
Eric, you're Mexican. Which one do you prefer?
Any day, like soft shelled.
Exactly. I prefer soft shelled.
Granted, like I don't mind hard shelled either.
No,
but
it's fine. But
yeah. Like, but really, I'll take soft shelled like any day.
Like not just Mexicans, a lot of Hispanics, like other from like, El Salvador, stuff like that. Honduras, Venezuela, like from the southern
part of the U.S. Yeah.
Yeah. They all prefer soft shell. Like I don't think I've ever met anyone. And you saying that, like, I know people, but I count like that blows my mind. Like,
it's just only like
I need to meet these people. I need to meet these people because like they're like,
I mean, like
it's like finding a what's it called, a platypus, man. Like I need to talk to these people, man. Like it's crazy. Document their existence, man. Yeah. Oh man.
Yeah, but the thing is, these the actors themselves, do a pretty decent job.
Yeah, no, yeah. They they had fun with it.
Yeah, they know it's not a serious film. So Terry Crews, it was actually a pretty good.
Yeah, yeah. I'll Yeah. I liked everyone in this. I don't think there's any person. Yeah, I had that one issue with Rob Schneider where he's a little over exaggerated. But that's the humor. I mean, going back. Not just this movie, other movies too. Yeah. That type, they make fun of a lot of races. So.
Of course, yeah.
I'll let it
yeah.
go.
So and I don't exactly have a problem with racist portrayals of characters. I mean it pretty much just exists all around us.
Yeah. It's dark humor. It has black humor. You know what I mean? So
pretty much challenging subject matters. That's all.
Yeah. So,
Though that being said, I'm surprised they didn't stereotype him Terry Crews. Though I feel that it's probably for the best.
Well, they kind of did, didn't they? A little bit.
Only a little.
Because he's the musician, the piano player, and
Yeah, but compared to like a Rob Schneider, like it's minuscule.
Oh yeah, of course, you know, but yeah, so
Yeah, so if anything, I had like a pretty good time like at the film. I'm not saying that it's a good film all around.
No, it doesn't deserve an Oscar or anything like
no,
that. No,
definitely not. Not even a nomination.
But yeah, it's a good movie.
I mean, because I'm gonna be honest, it kind of looks cheaply made, doesn't it? It feels like it's shot from a studio.
Like it's obvious that it's shot in. Yeah. You know, like I said, it's not a good movie, but it's not horrible either.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If you have some free time, go see it. If you don't want to see it,
that's also fine too.
You know, you're not losing anything. You know, you're not missing out. So
I mean, you're not. I mean, really, the only thing you have to lose is maybe your sanity, only for the first viewing. Second viewing, I'm sure you'll turn out just fine.
You know, it's funny you mentioned that, Eric, because going in, even though I was watching it for fun, the first time, because you described it so horrible to me, at first, those first few minutes were unbearable at first, because you stigmatized it for it,
right?
And I thought I could feel my brain losing IQ points the more I watched, but again, it's because you stigmatized it for me. Once I stopped being okay, it's a comedy movie, it's slapstick, it's gonna be dumb. What am I expecting? You know what I mean? After that was okay. That's when I kind of pushed past it and it was funny.
I feel like there's a reason why I was like that. After a bit of a reflection after watching the film, I think I realized why I turned out that way. Why I had all these thoughts. Because overall, it's a decent movie, and Adam Sandler is pretty much it turns out a pretty just a decent product in the end of the day, and that is the underlying problem because I've been paying attention after that film, and I pretty much just put that formula of the film and applied it to his other films in the past. And I feel that there's a repeating a repeating formula that he has he pretty much just I'm not saying that he copies it a script and pastes it onto another film. It's more he has a formula that works and decides to take that formula just take out a few pieces here and there and then replace it with something else.
Okay.
I feel that it's overall I just feel it's just dated.
Mm-hmm. Well,
I mean,
I can't I can't argue with that. Yeah, you gotta kind of see that.
Yeah, I mean, I feel that if this movie was released in the 90s or so, back when back in Adam Sandler's prime, I feel that this movie would turn out to be just among the bests the Waterboy, Big Daddy, all those films. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I kind of see that. You know, I kind of have my own theory as to why you didn't like it. Because going back to westerns, westerns, especially when they were in their prime, in the 70s, they were legends. You know what I mean? They were serious. So to make fun of something that a lot of people idolized. So, it's why are you making it funny now? It's something that was supposed to be it's history, it's
pretty much you don't necessarily mess with history.
People romanticize that, the gunslinger, the outlaw,
and obviously,
and
obviously Clint Eastwood, being
exactly.
a master at that at that kind of genre.
Yeah, so a lot of people idolize that, and I see why. I'm not saying they're wrong. But for Adam Sandler to come in and kind of make a joke out of it, I thought that maybe that's why.
Sometimes quite literally being a dead horse.
Yeah, okay.
Well, I mean...
yeah, but...
Well, I mean, that's probably another reason why I didn't like it that much, though.
But, yeah, yeah. But the thing is, you have to take into consideration, for those people that hated it for that reason. Because I'm pretty sure Eric wasn't the only one, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He makes fun of everything. Waterboy makes fun of sports movies, you know what I mean?
Much. Even Happy Gilmore.
Happy Gilmore, too, golf. A lot of people took golf seriously.
Yeah.
They still kind of do, and he makes fun of it. You know what I mean? And then what else? What else?
There was also
Big Daddy makes fun of like family movies, parenting. You know, since when is like
and
parenting like a joke? You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, a lot of people might. Get
and
offended.
8 Crazy Days, like it pretty much basically just making fun of his own like a religion.
And holidays too,
Holidays in general,
holidays, and a lot of people like, well, that's more common, but still, like he kind of makes fun of every genre, so it's kind of understandable that he'd do westerns eventually.
Yeah, and like and that's why like it feels so repetitive because because he makes fun of like a certain of a lot of these like genres.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I feel that like looking back at it, like I said, it's not a bad film. So that being said, I believe I'm gonna give this film like probably a 6 out of 10.
6 out of 10.
Yeah, it's not a good film, but but for the time that I watched it upon self reflection, it's not that bad.
Okay, that's pretty fair.
Yeah,
I'm gonna give it a little higher score.
Right.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it a 7 out of 10. And I'm really into comedy. I've seen a lot of stuff, so I'm kind of desensitized now.
Okay.
Like watching stuff, cause like talking to you or talking to our other friends, you guys will have me busting up.
We have we always have like a dirty conversations, pretty much towards each other. Yeah,
not dirty, but we'll roast each other.
Yeah, we'll roast each other. Yeah. Dirty in the sense that it's not we make things we make a bunch of offensive stuff casualized within our conversations.
You and Maddie, man, you and Maddie. I don't.
Well, excuse me,
but the point I'm trying to make, the point I'm trying to make is that in person, I'll laugh a lot. You know what I mean? But watching something on YouTube, I don't really laugh out loud. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, but this movie made me laugh out loud. I'll tell you which part too.
Okay.
That's one of my favorite parts.
Okay.
Is one where they steal the money from that one guy. I forgot his name. The bar owner.
Oh,
Smiley, I think. Was it? No, Whitey. Because his teeth.
It's it was Harvey Keitel's character.
Yeah. I forgot. It's like Smiley or something. I don't know. It's a weird name, but yeah. And he's shooting at them. They're trying to escape, and then Rob Schneider comes out of nowhere, smacks him with the shovel, and decapitates him, and his corpse is still shooting. That was hilarious. Okay. I was howling, dude. I was howling, man.
Okay, I'll give you that one. That one was yeah, that was actually a pretty funny moment.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna lie, that that joke was also kind of ruined when they repeated it a second time.
Oh, you talk about the campfire?
Yeah, literally
6
to 7 minutes after that scene.
Well, I'm actually glad you brought that up. Well, if you want,
no, go ahead.
Yeah. One of the weakest parts was the campfire singing.
Yeah, these guys are just celebrating after a hard day's work. They just sing around the campfire song.
But I don't know.
Yeah, and then
it was one of the worst moments, man. Because even for comedy standards, it made no sense.
Yeah, it felt like they were kind of pushing it. The song wasn't funny. It wasn't catchy.
No. They're just repeating everything they said.
And they're pretty much just just recapping what just happened.
Over and over and over again. It was several minutes.
Yeah, we didn't need this.
And then what made it worse is the part where Adam Sandler's character goes in, he joins in the singing. Then
it turned depressing.
Out of nowhere. It was completely out of... a complete left turn, man. He talks about his mother who got, murdered and stuff. Where did that... I'm surprised none of the characters said...
It's such a bizarre segue.
Mm-hmm. And that's what I'm saying.
And I guess just to cheer everyone up, they repeat the joke the one with Harvey Keitel's character being all headless and shit. Oh, sorry, being all headless and all that.
Yeah. but that made it even worse. Cause like again, like you said, it repeated the joke. Like it was funny the first time. The second time, okay, it's a little less funny because you keep bringing it up.
It's like,
well, you know, whatever.
Well, I mean, you kind of like, you blew it.
You blew it!
You know, it's still like a goofy movie,
Yeah.
but in a good way. In a good way, and I had fun watching it. You know what I mean? That's why I gave it a 7 out of 10.
Mm-hmm.
It had some stupid parts like that, but it had some decent parts too. So that's why I give it a 7 out of 10.
All right. Well, I suppose that's fair.
Mm-hmm.
And with that, that's going to do it for our review of The Ridiculous Six. Thank you for watching. Leave a like, subscribe if you haven't, follow us on social media. My name is Eric,
I'm Jesse.
and we'll see you next time.